where together everyone achieves more. Any other question? Think of that practical question, sir. Any other question? Okay. Our guest speaker for today is here. Let's go with the all of you guys online, I'm coming to find you. It's easy to just sit at home and cross your leg with a cup of coffee and you're going to get all of this. I'm charging everybody online today. Our guest speaker is a delight to listen to.
Yes, sir.
I've listened to her without her knowing severally. I've slipped into her several presentations and it's been amazing. When I reached out to her at a very short notice and she said I will be there, I did a dance because I knew she was to kill this topic, your health, your wealth. And the beautiful thing is that we have a platform that's not just putting money in your pockets, it's also ensuring that you have good life to enjoy that money. Interestingly, she's supposed to be a professional colleague, but me, I've taken a stroll. When I saw her CV, I said, microbiologist, yay! My professors will run though. But actually, I'm a microbiologist by training. She's a microbiologist. She is a wellness coach. I won't take that used to be. Once a microbiologist told me, always a microbiologist. She's a wellness coach. She's a partner on this amazing platform. Ladies and gentlemen, receive with me on stage the wellness coach, Dorcas.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here today. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the excitement. You know, I flourish when there's excitement, right? So it helps my energy. Thank you so much. I want to also thank everyone watching online. It's an honor to be here. I'm excited, and I know we're going to get value. You know, it's all about the value. It's all about the value. Okay, please, you have to mind my voice because I've had trainings for the past 2 days. I had one this morning, I had one yesterday. So my voice is a little bit croaky. Also, I hope it's clear.
It's very clear.
So I'm going to try my best.
Don't stress it, so you're helping with it.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, before I begin, I want to especially thank my husband. He's here today. He has been an awesome support system for me. You know, you know, when you venture into something like this, you need someone, you know, to show you all the love on the home front. And my husband is doing a very excellent job. I'm to tell you, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I had to drag him here today. That's why he's working. Oh, well, thank you so much. Okay, so let's dive into what we have today.
I'm still trying to get this.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. Okay, so when I got the theme for today's meeting, I was excited because you see, it's one thing that gets me, you know, moving. I'm going to share with you an experience I had, as in a family experience now. I lost someone in 2016, someone very close to my heart. And for the first time in history, I cried, I prayed, I did everything. For 6 hours, I was holding his body and I was praying. I was like, oh. The question was, we could have been given a chance. Now, what I was asking for was the opportunity to at least spend money to do something. We were willing to spend the money, but you see, we were not given the chance to. We were not. We were deprived the chance to fight. And you know, ever since that experience, there was this kind of fear that came in, you know, into my heart, and it took the word of God to take it off. Because you see, I've never held a body before. I always like, oh my God, but you see, this one had to do with me. I saw him a few days ago. I'm like, dude, stand up. couldn't stand up. And you see, later on, we got the diagnosis from the hospital, and we're told he had second degree pulmonary heart attack. In other words, his heart could not take whatever attack came, he had to go. And from the testament of the person, his best friend that was around, we're told he had had two attacks that were concurrent. So he had the first one, he came out of it, the second one came, and he couldn't stand up after that. Now you see, when we talk about heart problems, we think it's a joke. Now this is a very healthy person. He was just 34.
Wow.
He wasn't even up to 50. Wow. So we're talking about young people dying at a young age. Now I have to ask myself several questions. I said, Dorcas, if this guy could go this way, what are your chances? What are your chances of survival? Because you see, he's a normal young guy hustling to survive in Nigeria. He's doing all he has to do to survive, you know. But you see, as we do what we need to do to survive, it's important that we look back at the main thing, our health. You see, I see young people every day mortgaging their health for peanuts.
Yeah.
I always say it, I worked for 6 years and it felt as if I worked for 20 years. So when I was retiring, I'm already retired by the way. When I was retiring with a smile on my face. Because you see, I knew I was going to be preserving my life, so I'm going to be here for a long time. And the beautiful part about my retirement was that after I retired, I met Longreach. And you see, Longreach was more or less like an answer to my prayers. Longreach was like, okay, I can take charge now. So when I see my mom, I'm like, Mom, how is the supplement going? And she's like, oh, I'm on it. When I look at my dad, I say, Daddy, how is it going? Do you need cordyceps militaris? No. Should I double up the berry oil? How's your eyes? Okay. He's like, Daddy, no. You spoke with me on phone. I noticed your voice was very low. What happened? He's like, oh, just a little stress. Stress? Then I start to ask questions. So everyone in my family, they know, immediately your eyes like this, and when Dorcas is around, you have to arrange yourself because she's going to come for you. Okay? Hey, I'm going to come for you. Seriously, I'll come for you. My husband is a witness. If I look at him like, babe, what's happening? Are you sure you're on your liver? Are you sure you took your liver yesterday? I'll come for you. Yes! Of course, yes. Because you see, I've come to know that there is a better way to live a healthy and a beautiful lifestyle. And that is why I brag about Longreach every day. Now, before I got to this point, so my confidence and all that, it took a lot of research. Oh yes, I went online. I even Googled in Chinese language. Yeah, I had to do that. Because you see, when you give people your recommendation, they believe you based on who you are, on your integrity. It's on your integrity. It's not because you said so, it's because they believe in you. They trust what you say. So if I'm going to stand before anybody to tell the person, hey, do this, I should have done the groundwork. I should have done my search. So that tomorrow I won't be blamed that, hey, you said this and we saw this. I went online. Alkaline cough, oh God, I checked for it. Berry oil, what is seed butter? And I have to check for it and look for the plant. Check all the chemicals. I had the time. I took my time. And when I was done, I found out several things that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Longreach has products, beautiful products that are multifunctional. When you take other supplements, they will tell you, oh, it has glutathione, okay? It's just specific. It goes for one thing. But when you take Longreach supplements, you're handling several things at a go. So you could keep going at it without even getting worried that you're accumulating a particular nutrient, because you see, your body requires check and balance. There has to be homeostasis. It has to be stable and okay. There has to be equilibrium. Okay, now if we're going for equilibrium, you can't stay on a particular supplement that is specific to one thing. Can you see? Because the moment you accumulate it too much, trouble comes. Yes. So we need balance. And I found out that Longreach products, when you use them over time, they give you that balance. Now I'm going to start with my skin. When I say using the Long Beach Rejuvenating Cream and snake oil, the hand cream and other things, I told myself this is research. I'm going to use myself as the guinea pig to check. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to tell someone else to use rejuvenating cream, I should be able to tell you how the transition is going to take place.
Yeah.
Now, I saw someone's skin actually. When I saw her skin was glowing. I was like, oh my God, I like it. So I was like, what are you using? You know, you have to ask. So she said, I'm just using SOD. Like, seriously? Make sure it's SOD that you know you're using something in addition to SOD. Just tell us the way it is, you know. So she told me, I know it's SOD. I'm like, okay. I'm saying, okay, good. In other words, if I start using it, I'll start calculating the timeline to when my skin is going to be like that. So I did so. I did the same thing, guys. I got it. I got SOD. The one rejuvenating came. You know, I was a little bit greedy. I wanted to know how everything felt, so I switched to rejuvenating. And I started to use it, and I found out that it works. Because you see, when I go out to talk, I try not to put on all those long sleeves, you know, I need to flaunt it, man. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So you see me, you know, projecting my hands, I'm like, as I was talking one day, the lady said, oh, wow, your skin looks good. I said, yes, it does. Please feel it. Of course, yes, please feel it. Because you see, what we're portraying is something that has evidence. We need to brag about the brand that we represent. Because you see, we represent something that is beautiful. Something that is fantastic. Now, if you're on the supplements, your skin will still glow. Yeah, if you take berry oil and you take your mangine, oh my God. I was looking at my mom a few weeks ago, and I noticed that her skin was, you know, very succulent and nice. Oh, did you like your skin? So yes, that's mangine working. Yes. Yeah. So even if you're elderly, mangine actually helps to handle menopausal issues. So if you want to have that beautiful look as an elderly person, go for mangine, go for lip balm. And you'll find out that your skin is not wrinkling. Like my mom does not have wrinkles on her face. At least I know my mom's about 30 years older than I am. Okay? So if she's that young, then I'm doing the right thing. So if I come recommend it to someone else's mom, I'm confident saying, Mommy, if you use it, you're going to have testimonies because you see my mom is using it. You see, so Long Beach is beautiful. And thank God it has the policy of you using the products first before going out to talk to people. So that you don't go out naively to say something you're not confident about. And in short, when you talk about the products without confidence, people know. They will see it in your face. They'll see it in your eyes. They'll be like, good of no confidence. Do you understand? So I'm excited. Now, thank God our slide is ready. So you know the platform. The platform is Long Beach. I'm excited to always represent Long Beach. And Long Beach has made me confident about my health. Long Beach has made me confident about the health of my family members and my friends. And in short, today I told my friends, I said, if you're my friend and you're not doing my business, it will shock you, not even shock you, it will choke you when the time comes. No, it's true. Because you see, if you're my friend, they say birds of the same feather, what? They flock together. So if you call yourself my friend, you should be using what I'm using. If I'm glowing, you should be glowing. If I'm healthy, you should be healthy. Don't make me pass through the trauma of crying for you if anything happens to you. Because you see, I try to protect myself from those kind of things now. I know the way, and I'm trying to show you the way, so follow me, okay? Now, the platform is Long Beach Bioscience. As much as I don't like to see next slide, well, I'll have to try, okay? We have 9 research and development centers, and that's to tell you that Long Beach is interested in improving its products. Long Beach is always improving. And that's why you find out that new products keep coming up every time. They are interested in the needs of the people around them. Long Beach is a solution provider. And you know what happens when a person is a solution provider? You become the sensation that everyone wants. Yeah, everybody gets, you're like, oh, they sent us this product when we were in need of this and they helped us. Oh my God, what is the next thing coming up? So people are attracted to you. So Long Beach is an attractive platform. If you're a Long Beacher, just know that you're an attractive person, okay? Because you see, Long Beach will always take you up. Now, I love to share important facts with people because you see, They say faith cometh by what? Hearing and hearing. So I'll keep repeating it over and over again until everyone that listens to me understands the type of business we're dealing with. Now, Longbridge has the vision to become the world's number one, as in cosmetics, okay, in beauty, in healthcare. That's the vision for Longbridge. They want to be the best. And if you want to be the best, will you relent? No. And that's why they keep bringing up new research and development platforms, because they want to be the best. If you want to be the best, you won't stop. You keep going at it. So Longbridge has that vision to be the number one in beauty solutions, in health solutions, and they're also going into other aspects too. So, but let's just stick to beauty and health, okay? Now, Longbridge has the mission to be committed to a beautiful lifestyle. In other words, anything that produces beauty in a person, Longbridge is going to go for it. So, if you want to be beautiful, hey, stay with Longbridge, because you see, that's where the beauty is. Today, when I was coming, I was like, oh, I need to make up and all that. It wasn't too much because people like us, we know how to do all those, masking and all that. I've tried several times, but it's just like my brain does not just work that way. So I just took my white powder and hey, pa, and I was out of the house. But you see, why am I so confident to do that? That's because I know that Longbridge has my back. Because when I'm going to appear, you're going to see the beauty that I've gotten from the products, right? Yeah. So if you're with the platform, you're sure to have self-confidence. There's nothing worse than you not having confidence in yourself. Imagine if I'm shy about my face. Do you think I'm going to stand here? No way. I won't. So if you lack confidence in yourself, join Longbridge. You find out that your confidence will come up when you start using the products, because you see, when you go out and everybody's like, oh my God, you look beautiful today. And you notice that you didn't use makeup, you just did a little pa, and you're looking this good. You're like, okay, what I'm doing is working, right? Yeah. So Longbridge is committed to that. Now, Longbridge is also committed to, replacing chemical-based products with natural products. And you know what that means? My mom used aboniki. You know aboniki? Yeah. Aboniki used to be my best friend before I joined Longbridge. Okay, my husband used to even beat me for that. He's like, you and this aboniki. I'm like, no, it helps. That's what it helps. So it's the whatever. So if I have an insect bite aboniki. If I have an itch, aboniki. But you see, I noticed something. My mom used it on her knee, and I found out that the coloration of that particular part became dark. When you use Longbridge products, your skin becomes like that of a baby, right? So she thought it was before, when the skin used to be rugged, everything can just come and pa. Now the skin is soft. So I noticed that there was this black. I said, Mom, do you know what you're doing to yourself as you're applying aboniki? I said, you're burning your skin. Because that product is what? Chemical based. And when I told her, she knows, because it's that exact point. And I said, where's your panty liner? Why not use your panty liner or use your toothpaste? It has that minty thing that will give you that soothing feeling. So why stress yourself with aboniki that is burning your skin? So you see, Longbridge is geared towards replacing chemical-based products with organic products that keep your body healthy. Are we together? Yes. Now we have a currency with Longbridge. And what's our currency? PV. See, anytime I hear PV, it gives me joy. I just feel like, dabbing or doing something, funky. Because you see, when that PV comes into my portal, I'm like, money's coming. Yeah. Money's coming. That's the beautiful thing about Longbridge. So for every product you use with Longbridge, you are sure that PV is coming your way. And PV is what? Money. Okay? Now, Longbridge has over 2,000 products. Beautiful products. And these products are in different categories. We have them in female care. We have them in child care. Next slide, please. Yeah. You have them with energy products. You have them with nutritional drinks, smoothies, and wine. So whatever you're looking for, you can actually find them with Longbridge products. If you want to look beautiful, go to our personal care. Whatever you want, we have them in what different categories. Now, my mantra, I always love to chant this every time. So please, let's start. 1, 2, go. Good health is the most important thing. More than success, more than money, more than power. Now, if this is your reality, you find out that nothing will push you out of your elastic limit. Better put, right? You will not allow anything go there because you see, good health is better than success. I've seen people with lots of accolades on their shelves and everything, checking out of the physical realm at a very short notice. Okay, I've seen people talk about success with so much force, with so much enthusiasm, and at the end of the day, everything they built will be utilized by somebody else that didn't even put in as much work as they did. I mean, I think it's not fair.
It's not.
Why should I work and somebody else should enjoy my effort? No, I'd rather stay at home and lie on my bed. I mean, why should I put in that effort and not enjoy the benefits? You see, that's what's happening to a lot of people today. You work for 20 years, 20 to 23 or 25 years in service, you manage to build a house, but as you don't stay up to like 2 years in that house because probably you end up with a stroke or something just happens. I think that's bad. But you see, we're in a society where stress is the norm. Yes, we're in a society, Nigeria, when you call me Nigeria, you're already stressed. No, I'm serious. I don't watch the news anymore. I'm so sorry to say that because you see, I need to protect my mind. The negativity in that place is too much. So I have to save myself the stress. At first, I used to just go and hide on Twitter and just watch what's going on. But even Twitter, it's now something else. So I have to just stay off it and just fix language now. Because you see, it's not helping. I traveled few days ago and the roads were empty. Who was breaking out? No, it's true. I didn't even see a luxurious bus. You know those big buses? I didn't see one on the road. And that was when I knew that there's fire on the mountain. People are running. They are hiding in their houses. People are scared. Okay? So Nigeria with its own stress. But let's see what Gandhi says. He said, it is health that is the real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Okay? So your health is more important than anything. Being alive is more important than being dead, okay? Yeah. Because you see, when you go, you leave this vacuum in the hearts of the people you leave behind. You're not going to suffer, but the people you're leaving behind are the ones that are going to pass through the pain. And that's why I tell people, always create memories. Make people happy. Ensure you give out everything you have for the day. Don't hold anything back. Allow every day count. Because see, when you do so, number one, oxytocin will be secreted. Okay? That happiness on the inside will always be there. You find out that life becomes beautiful in your eyes, despite the issues around. Okay? So, wealth is a large amount of money, as we all know. Okay? It helps you get valuable possessions and all that. We know money is a medium for exchange. We know all that. But you see, money is useless if you don't enjoy it. True or false?
True.
It's useless when you don't enjoy it. Then you ask yourself, so why the hustle? Why the unnecessary bustle? Why are you killing yourself over little things? Now understand why they say godly contentment is important. Be content, okay? Now, people in poor health are less likely to work, right? Yeah. So if you're sick, you can't work. You become a liability. That's the truth. When you're sick, you become a liability. And that's when you start having more enemies than friends. It's true. You find out that those people that hate you, hey, they'll start giving you space because you see, they don't want you to become a burden. Right. So in order for you not to become a burden, what do? You take care of yourself. Because you see, when you're healthy, you have the greatest chance to enjoy good wealth. Right. If you're healthy, if you can stay alive, you can push without exhausting yourself, you will enjoy what you work for. It's just like you taking out a lot of times during the sowing period. Then when it's time for harvest, you're out. Okay? So the moment everyone realized that health and wealth are joined, it's like a circle now. It's not just it's not just A and B. No, it's a circle. Health gives you wealth. Okay, but you see, wealth cannot really give you health. Although the Bible says the money of a man is a ransom for his life, but sometimes you may not have that time. Just the way it happened to my close relative. You may not have that time to purchase your health with your money. Because you see, we had the money, we were not given the chance to use it. There was no time for it. Your heart will not tell you it wants to fail. It will just go. And that's it. Next slide, please. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the concept of health and wellness. I chose to coach people on wellness because of this scenario I've been exposing your minds to. Time, every human being has an expiring date. We all have an expiring date. They just take it as that's how it is. You see someone tomorrow today, you don't see them tomorrow. They're gone. Everybody has their own rapture dates. I call it everybody's rapture date. Okay? So what do? Our job is to ensure we imbibe the lifestyle of wellness. Now, health is a state, okay? Most people think health is something that's permanent. No, it is the current state of affairs. It's just like your account balance. If you spend from it, what happens to your account balance? It will drop. If you add to it, it will increase. And that's how your health is. If you do the right thing to preserve your health, you will be healthy at that particular moment. But the moment you do something detrimental to your body, what happens? Your health will go down. Okay? So when we understand that the health status is a state, then we know how to manage ourselves when we come in contact with situations that I'm going to talk about, as we move forward. So the state of health is not just about you not having headache. Okay? I need you to know that it's not about you having headache now. It's about you being psychologically okay, mentally okay, spiritually okay, when you're physically okay. Now, if a madman does not have high blood pressure but he's crazy, what happens? He's sick because his mind is not working. If a person does not have diabetes and a person has depression syndrome or whatever, that person is sick. Now, if you don't also have money, you have monaria. You're still sick. So you can see that several factors, you understand, work together to make you healthy. That's the truth. So your health is an investment, not an expense. If you can always remember that, it will be like a guiding light for you. Your health is not the currency you should spend. Because you see, in Nigeria, a normal average Nigerian would spend their health for peanuts. That's the way we're taught. You can't blame us. We're told that's the way. And you see, because of this mindset, a lot of us have become mentally lazy. We don't want to think anymore. We want people to tell us what to do. And that is why we run towards the job aspect. So like, oh no, I need to get a job. I've been applying for a job for the past 20. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? 20 years, nobody wants to employ you. Can't you just employ yourself? No, I'm serious. If you're unemployable, then create something for yourself. How can you wait for 20 years? You're not looking for that child that will be born to come and employ you. That's mental laziness as far as I'm concerned. I was telling my husband, I said, see, I can't work for anybody. I said, worst case scenario, we enter into the market, we sit down, we buy and sell. It's true. No, it's true. Because you see, right now in Nigeria, the only lucrative platform is when you buy and sell. That is the truth. The market woman, that sells fish in the market, she's wealthier than the guy that works in Lekki. Thank you very much, Ma. At least I know that I have someone supporting my notion. Yeah. No, it's the truth. When I have handled 2 businesses, okay, and while handling that, I was feeling good about myself. Oh my God, as the boss, the boss of the, of someone as a boss, I was feeling good. But I found out that your wisdom is not accepted as long as you're not the main boss. So even when you're predicting trouble in front, when your boss at the top says, hey, even if you're seeing trouble, I'm not seeing trouble, just go ahead. If there's a crash, what happens?
Everybody.
You are still blamed. That's the painful thing. You still get the blame. So when you're working, when you're not working, whatever it is, you are the determinant of your success. Because you see, you will always hit traffic jams as long as you're under somebody. Now, somebody, I know in someone's mind, they're saying, Dorcas, I know, I understand. It's just that my head cannot just carry business. Buying and selling is not difficult, though. There's a price. We have set cost price and what? Selling price. Today, I was in the church and I was telling them that my people perish for what? Lack of knowledge. I said, do you know that the Bible has actually given us all the secrets? I said, number one, the Bible says that the tongue is the smallest part of the body, yet it does what? Great and mighty. I'm surprised that most people have not asked their pastors why the tongue is the smallest part, but it does great and mighty. Because if you move further, it says that the mouth, your tongue can actually destroy
and build.
And it can build back. Now, if a person is saying, okay, my brain cannot carry it, but your mouth can carry it. Abi?
Yes.
No, it's true. This is simple. In our language teller, you have the retail price and the company price. Abi?
Yes.
Simple. Take the product. Sorry, ma, please look at the paper. You don't even need to talk too much. Look at the paper. Cost price, selling price.
I'm not into you.
And that's business. You get retail benefits and other benefits, payments and all that. No stress. And someone will say he's sitting down at home for 20 years. Something's wrong with that person. Okay, so the best investment you can ever make is in your health. Okay, good health is not something we can buy. That's the truth. Okay, so I want us to get wisdom. This is wisdom coming to you for free. Wisdom. Good health is not something we can buy. Always remember, because you see, sometimes you may not have that time to acquire it. Next slide, please. So today we're emphasizing stress. Because you see, stress is something that has been attacking us without our knowledge. We're ignorant of it. Stress has been that little fox that has been spoiling the vine. You see, when stress comes up over and over again, when it causes damage, we treat the damage and not the root cause, which is stress. So we're like, oh, it just happened. Not so it be. And you just hear not so it be. What is not so it be? It's not like that. And the Nigerian manage it like that thing. Just manage it like that. See, if anybody's stressing me, because you see, I can't take that. I can't carry it. It's too much.
Social distance.
Exactly. Social distancing, please. Just the way I can't handle negativity, that's how I can't also handle situation and people that stress. That they just stress me. In short, there's a way you stress yourself that I can't even tolerate it. I have to stand back and I can't tolerate you stressing yourself because I'm seeing what you're doing to yourself. So what is stress? Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. Tension. See, I don't admire people in the marketing department. I don't admire people in the strategic department. I don't admire people in the analytic department. I don't admire them at all. Do you know why? They are always the ones doing like this. They're panicking. Stocks are coming down. Panic. We're losing customers. Panic. As the pressure is coming from the top, it's coming to hit you hard. Do you know there's some people that dread going to their offices? Yeah, when they're going to work, you see them, their head bowed like this. They're like, another day of what? Panic. Like tomorrow, exactly. Some people are already dreading Monday. Monday is like a terror day. They're dreading the traffic. They're dreading their supervisors. They're dreading too much tension. That is stress. Now, when you're stressed out, you start expressing some kind of emotions. Emotions like anger. Emotions like nervousness. When you see a person expressing unnecessary sadness, just before you know it, stress That's why they call it stress lines. Start seeing all those lines, folds on the person's face. That's stress. Prolonged what? Stress. So when you find out that you're expressing emotions of anger, sadness, panic, frustration, these are what indicators that what you're getting stressed. Okay? Now, stress can be defined as any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or psychological stress. Strain, I mean. Stress is your body's response to anything that requires attention or what? Action. Now, if you're in an environment where constant action is required, you'll be in a state of what? Stress. Now, when your body needs to handle challenges, stress is actually good. Now, let's talk about the good part. When I was working, I was trained to work under stress. You know, sometimes when you go for interviews, they will ask you, can you work under stress
Yes.
or under pressure?
Yes.
No, you see, the moment they ask you that question, please, if you're watching, take your bag and what? Run away. And when I'm done, I don't even need to tell you. When I'm done, you will run away by yourself. When I'm done with this topic, you will run away by yourself. It's very simple. Because you see, how can you ask me if I'm good at working under pressure? It's like, are you good at working under a pace where you will die like 10 to 15 years from now? That's the question. I'm serious, that's the question. Okay? So, when you ask me that kind of question, the next thing that comes to my mind is, oh God, this is a death trap. It's time to move. It's time to run away. Okay? Now, the good side of stress is this. When you pass through stress sometimes, it pushes you to go out of your comfort zone. Okay? Sometimes, when stress is properly channeled, it can help you achieve something that you didn't think you had the capacity to achieve. The pressure helps you to think outside the box. But you see, when this pressure is now excessive, that's when we get concerned, okay? We now know that, okay, it has to stop now. But for example, I have a training, I need to prepare for that training. I know I have to deliver value. So what do? Even though the circumstances around me are not enough, I just tell myself, I have something to do, I need to do it. I have something to do, I need to do it. Now, this stress is not coming from outside now. I am the one inducing myself to be able to meet up with that target that I've set aside for myself. Okay? Now, because I'm doing this on my own, the emotion I'm going to be expressing is not going to be that of anger. It's not going to be that of frustration or sadness or defeat. Okay? It's such that I'm telling myself I can do it within the limited time. Okay, so with stress, you can actually utilize that to meet up with deadlines and a whole lot of things. But you see, when stress is now causing you physical and emotional symptoms, then you know that it's going outside the normal range. And that's when the alarm starts to ring, to blow up, okay? Now, everybody experiences, we all have experiences of stress. I don't think there's anybody in Nigeria that has not experienced stress, okay? So it's a normal phenomenon here in Nigeria, okay? But when we have a clear understanding of what stress entails, we'll be able to manage it in such a way that we remain healthy. Next slide, please. Now, we have different things in our environments that are called stressors that induce distress, okay? So a stressor is anything that causes the release of stress hormones. So now, one thing you need to know is this. When you get stressed up, a particular hormone is released. Okay? Are we together? Yeah. Now, let's go. Now, physiological, and this can be, the types of stress can be kept in two broad categories. Physiological, okay, stress, or physical and psychological stressors, okay? The ones that are, that's in case someone's having mental stress. Okay? Now, do you know we have more Nigerians experiencing mental stress than physical stress? And that's why you find out that you hear that a guy was working in his office, he had cardiac arrest and slumped. Okay? So don't you think, I don't think physical stress is even better, because your body, when your body starts aching you, you know that come and stress, you rest. So most times, most people with psychological stress, they don't know that they're actually stressed out. They don't know. because their back is not aching them, their head is not aching them. Or some people have headaches, they just go take paracetamol, they pop it 1, 2. Some people take paracetamol like vitamin C. Then I'm wondering what is wrong with you. And they don't have an alkaline cough. That's problematic. Okay? So physical stressors arises when your body responds to physical stressors like work, noise. Oh, we have noise in Nigeria. Imagine when your neighbor wants to do the blue on Saturday. Oh my God. Or when the monks, or the generator. Oh my God. Especially those ones that make those packing sound for hours. Anyway, it's increasing now, so let's see how they're gonna do it. Okay. So sometimes trauma, you could have an infection, you could maybe had a surgery or something that could actually get you stressed out. Intense physical labor or overexertion, okay, environmental pollutants like pesticides, herbicide toxins, illnesses can also, trigger stress. Fatigue can also come as a result of, these things, hormonal and chemical imbalances, dietary stress, dehydration. Now, dehydration, I'm going to emphasize on dehydration. Inadequate intake of what? Water. We all know that water makes up 78% of our body, right? Now, when your body does not get enough water, do you know what happens? It begins. Now, there's this let me explain to you something about your body. Your body has a very dynamic system that has this apportioning thing going on. There's a supervisor up there in your brain telling water where to go, telling nutrients where to go. Now, when you starve yourself of water, your body will begin to ration it. And that's why you find out that a person that has not taken water, you find out they need to get patched. Mm-hmm. You understand? You find out that sometimes the person gets tired easily. It's just like you are like an engine without, or like a car without water. What would happen? You overheat. Can you see what's happening? Headache will start. Different indicators will begin to, and God is so awesome. He kept several alarm clocks in our bodies to trigger us. Hey, you need water. Hey, you need water. Hey, you need water. But a lot of us, even when we need water, we say, no, don't worry, I'll take it later. You just want to work. You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. So hydration is very important. Very important. As an individual, ensure you take enough water. If you notice your lip is always getting dry, then you know that's also one indicator. When you notice your skin is always looking dry, you know that's another indicator, because you see, your body has to thrive. Water has to go to the most important organ. It will not wait for the less important ones. It must go to the right place. So you need to feed your body enough so that it can, go round. So you see someone with a beautiful skin, like, oh my God, your skin is so beautiful. That person is doing a lot to maintain that particular situation. Don't forget, health is a state. Wellness is a lifestyle. So you have to imbibe it. It's a culture. When you're thirsty, before you get thirsty, drink water. Tell yourself, water should be something you should hold around whenever you're going anywhere. If you're going to be going out on the street to do anything physical, ensure you have water as backup. And thank God we have an alkaline cup to also, improve our water. Okay? Now let's go to the next slide. Now, I need also understand the natural stress response our body, carries out. So I'm going to quickly read this to you. When you encounter a perceived threat, such as a large dog barking at you during your morning walk, something happens in your brain. Okay? Your hypothalamus, a tiny region of your brain, okay, sets up an alarm system in your body through a combination of nerve and hormonal signals. And this system prompts your adrenal gland. Now I need you to pay abrupt attention to this. Okay? Now, your adrenal gland is located on your what? Your kidneys. And that is why when you get tense, what happens? You find out that the pressure comes down here. You cringe because you see, it's working. And that's why some people, when they're in serious situations, you have bowel movements. They will just let it go.
Straight.
You understand? Now, we're told that the adrenal gland will release a sort of hormones, including adrenaline and what cortisol. Now, adrenaline increases your heart rate. Please take note, okay? Elevates your blood pressure. Now, if I hear a person say, I have blood pressure, I know where it's coming from. This is it. You can see here. Simple as ABC. In other words, that person has so stressed the adrenal gland that the gland just went pop, 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 pop. It's on hyperdrive. And when you're on hyperdrive, what happens? It becomes your lifestyle. It becomes your reality. You're always, your blood pressure is always up.
New normal.
It's now the new normal. Okay? So your heart rate is what increased, your blood pressure is increased, and energy supply is also increased. And that's why when something happens and you're tensed, when you're done with it, you feel as if you are empty. Have you ever experienced such? When you're under pressure, hey, we need to meet this deadline. You're running up and down the stairs. Hey, oh my God. You just, when you're done with your oh my God, when you're feeling like, I need someone to hold me. If you're not careful, you could even faint for some time when you come back. Okay. Yeah, because you see, you just put your system in a lot of stress. Now, cortisol, the primary stress hormone, increases sugar in the bloodstream. It enhances your brain use of glucose because at that point your brain is working like, it's working over time. Okay? And it increases the availability of substances that repair tissues. And at that particular point, a lot of tissues are being destroyed because of that response. Now imagine a person that will not take water, that will not eat, and be, hey. What are you doing? You're killing yourself. No, it's true. And that is why you find a 14-year-old with high blood pressure. You find a 20-something-year-old. See, these things used to be things that we say, Igbo people used to have. You say it's big man sickness. But today you see Iya Basira holding her chest and say, hey, Egbamio. Like, where did you get it wrong? No, I marvel. Because you see, these things used to be sicknesses for old people that have had their fair share of life. But today we see young people passing through all this. What are they thinking about?
Money problem.
Nigeria issue. And should I tell you the painful thing? This thing that's happening is actually taking out the claims, the species of good health. Because see, whatever you acquire, when you have kids, you transmit to them. And that's the truth. Whatever you acquire as a result of your irresponsibility, because I call it irresponsibility, your children will have it. And that's why today, immediately, when you go for your doctor's appointment, doctor says, sorry, does your dad have high blood pressure? Does mama? Okay. We need to prepare for it because there's a likelihood that you're going to express it. If you know what I mean. I mean, where did we get it wrong? I ask my parents every day, how are you? No, I don't want to panic. I don't have that energy. I mean, and I don't want to reserve energy for such. And that is why I take language seriously. Because I believe that I can bring people out of their ignorance. So sometimes it's stressful to talk. But I feel if this is the only contribution I'm going to make to mankind, to bring out this awareness, to save lives, then I'm going to do it. And I'm glad you're listening to me today. And I'm glad you're saying this because you see, you're not going to get anybody to just tell you. The information is available, but is it really available? When you go to a doctor's appointment, will the doctor sit you down and start teaching you all this? He expects you to do your research. He did research to get to his particular point. But how many of us have that time to do the research? Nah, we're busy. Money, right? We're running after money. We're mortgaging our health for money. Getting tensed up unnecessarily. And that's why when I see a mother that is, okay, your son just offended you for crying out loud. You are shouting with all your, what is wrong with you? He poured water on the floor, so. And that is why we have a lot of women having high blood pressure. You see, before you know it, the gifts that God gave to you in the form of children, they become the stressors in your life. And you're like, I am not coordinated anymore, or you hear completed. I don't know what to do anymore. Create a system that works in your home. It's garbage in, garbage out. As your son is seeing you run up and down like a pendulum ball, he will also run up and down like you. It's very simple. You can't be saying, Junior, sit down, and you're not sitting down. You're very restless. You don't even know how to take a nap when it's time to take a nap. And you want Junior to take a nap, excuse me? No. You say, Mommy, you don't sleep, so why should I sleep? But you see, the painful thing that Junior cannot even express himself, so you have to beat him on your own account. You're not doing the wrong thing, you know. Yeah. So I see a lot of things, and if only they could just see this, right? So if you're at home watching this, please see this and take note of it. Now, cortisol also causes functions that will be non-essential or detrimental in a fight or flight situation. When you're constantly stressed, you are in a fight or flight situation psychologically, because that's what your body is saying from your response. So why in a constant, what are you fighting? What's this situation? Okay, you see here, cortisol alerts the immune system, it alerts immune system responses and suppresses the digestive system. Now, a lot of people say, I get constipated easily, I get bloated easily. That's what's happening. Cortisol, you can see what it's doing now. It's suppressing the digestive system. So if you're having digestive issues, probably you need to go check stress. Because this is the culprit that a lot of people don't look at. Okay? So the reproductive system and the growth processes are affected when you leave yourself in a state of stress. Because cortisol is going to suppress them. Because at that point, they are non-essential. Can you see it? So it's going to suppress them now for other important parts to function. Now, this complex natural alarm system also communicates with the brain regions that control mood, motivation, and what? Fear. And that's why the moment you start seeing a person always having a frown, always depressed, always angry, check out for this culprit. Because you see, it affects the emotional seat of that particular person. Next slide, please. Okay, good. Now, when the natural stress response goes wild, then we have trouble. So this thing I just explained to you now, when a person engages this fight and flight mode continuously, you get to this particular point. The body stress response, okay, is usually self-limiting. Okay, it knows how to stop itself. But when it's not able to stop itself, what happens? You go on hyperdrive. It keeps going. Before you know it, several organs begin to get the heat. Several organs in the body will begin to, receive the torture. And that's why you find out that before you know it, a person starts having heart problems. Then you're having a large heart from overuse of your heartbeat. Your heartbeat boom, 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 boom. You are stressing the muscle. I'm not forgetting your heart has a lot of muscles there, right? Now, it's just like you're going to the gym. When you walk your arms, what happens? The muscles there will bump. So I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I have a large heart. You overused your heart. You stressed it too much. So it has to enlarge to fit the workload that you're bringing. And when the heart is enlarged, what happens? The demand for nutrients, the demand for supply of oxygen and other things increase. Now, when you're not able to meet the requirements of a large heart, what happens? It will fail. Very simple logic. It will what? Fail. When you eat too much, you enlarge your stomach, right? Yeah, if your stomach will become big. When you reduce your consumption, it will shrink. See, God is amazing. God is amazing. It's just that we are not amazing sometimes. It's true.
That's why we are not good.
That's why we're not good anyway. But you see, we should at least try. The Bible says, ye are what? Gods. And all of you are children of what? The Most High. So we should try. We have a responsibility too. Okay? Now, once a perceived threat has passed, hormone levels return to what? To normal. As adrenaline and cortisol level drop, your heart rate and blood pressure returns to baseline levels and other systems resume their regular activities. But when stressors are always present and you constantly feel under attack, that fight and flight reaction stays what? Turned on. Some of us, our stress, our stress fight and flight mode is on the on button, permanent on button. Why won't you have high blood pressure? Why? No, I'm serious. Garbage in, garbage what? Out. You're like a working computer system. Whatever you give is what we see on the outside. If you're aging beyond your normal age range, then you are not giving your body the attention it requires. If you're sick, you did something that made your body, get to that point. Okay? So let's go to the next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now I want to show you your body, okay? So you can see the brain, you can see the joints, the muscles, the immune system, the reproductive system. Actually gave us two pictures so that we can have a better view. Now, let's look at this, okay? Physical or mental stress because physical illness as well as mental or emotional problems. Now here are parts of the body that are affected by stress, okay? Now let's start with the hair. High stress levels may cause excessive hair loss and some form of what? Baldness. So can you see all of a sudden you're just getting bald and you're like, oh, what's happening to my head? Oh, you're just saying, oh, the hair is going, you're saying, oh. Like seriously? It's going, Stress is eating up your hair. I check my nails. If in 2 weeks I don't cut my nails, there's a problem. I have long hair. Proud to come into long hair. I used to buy big complex, especially for my hair. And God just gave me long hair, Sha. I'm serious. God knew the type of person I was, and he was like, no, Dorcas is not going to look for something else if I don't give her long range. Let me just give her a total package. Okay? If you're not conscious of this, is a lifestyle we're talking about. We're talking about wellness. It's not something you do one day and you forget about it. It's something you do consistently. Every woman should be on Menjain or berry oil. Yeah, you should. Because you see, the food you're eating, you're not getting 100% from it. Is it the vegetable? Oh. I've given up on the fruits anyway. Yeah, it's true. I've given up on them a long time ago. Yeah, I don't even bother myself. Because when you see the trauma, oh God, there's this market I visit. When I get there, I just stand and I see everything that's happening. I'm like, God, must I eat food? You see, if there's this liquid I can just be taking, So I don't know what else to say apart from what I've said now. That can please motivate you to look into stress. Let's go to the next slide. So how can we manage it? Number one, you need to talk to your healthcare provider. You need to know how far the damage, how far it has gone, so that you can curb it and begin to handle it nicely. Then you need to exercise. Now, I'm not asking you to go and be doing all those heavy lifting. When you start doing heavy lifting like that, you also get your body stressed out. I hope you know that exercise can actually stress. Yes, when you do it unnecessarily. You're not a bodybuilder. What are you looking for with all those heavy lifting?
That's rubbish.
As a just little yoga, posture and all that. Yeah, ensure that your muscles are not too tensed up. It was good for your massage. Yeah. So that's one of the ways I get rid of stress. Just go for a massage. Allow them, take it off. And I can tell during a massage where the part of my body that has been stressed, because you feel it when it starts going. Okay. Okay, if it's your legs, then do it. If it's your waist, go there. Let them work on it. Then when you come back, repent. We have alcohol and drug use, okay? If you take a lot of alcohol, please, okay? Alcohol, increases anxiety. And before you know it, addiction will also follow. And you start having that thought that alcohol is the one that helps you escape your problems. No, that's actually Howard's way of running away from problems. Because you still come back to see it the way it was. Like a chairman, it will be waiting for you. Okay, so why escape from that reality when you can just, have a little faith and trust God that brought you to the world to help you sort things out. Sometimes we forget the place of God in our lives. We feel we're the problem solvers, we feel we know everything, right? But once in a while, when you feel choked up, all you just need to just stop and just say, Jesus, take the wheel, okay? Help me. Take just a few minutes, take deep breaths, encourage yourself. It helps. So at least manage the emotional parts, even though it cannot help you with the physical part. Okay? So learn how to say no. I love to tell people to learn how to say, but there was a time in my life where I couldn't say no. Anything, okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Papa. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry for the mistake everybody made. Please forgive us, sir. We'll do better, sir. Learn to say no sometimes. You see, if you don't call out some people, they will not realize that they're pushing you too far. Because you see, at the end of the day, you'll be blamed. You're supposed to be like, but you said you could handle it. If he had told me he couldn't handle it, I would have asked somebody else to do it, right? Yeah. But when you don't learn how to say no when you've had enough, you find yourself in a state of stress. And that stress could actually lead to depression. Okay? So learn to say no. Then another way to release stress is for you to show love to people around you. That's one of the easiest way to release stress. Take out time with your family. Take out time to hang out with your friends. No, people don't think about it.
Sorry. Yes, we had a challenge with those online.
Okay. So just call a few friends that talk you up. Just hang out, talk about life, share experiences, encourage each other. You find out that those natural hormones that God has created, okay, to help the body come out of stressful situations, those hormones will begin to work. Okay, and we have oxytocin, we have dopamine. Now, these hormones, this hormone that I'm talking about, when it's secreted, it helps to overcome pain without the use of Panadol and all those things. So sometimes my mom also like, so when you use all these things, when you smell nice, you see your confidence, the level of your confidence. So when you're with friends, you're not holding back, you're relaxed, you're in control, you feel good about yourself. And that's something the longest personal products can do for you. When you use the roll on, you're not sure of yourself. And it's something amazing about God. Everything that He has set aside in your body, it's not there for you. It's there for the other person close to you. I hope you know. When you brush your teeth in the morning, for you. It's for the person that's close to you. Can you see the gift? And that is why we need to empower everybody around you. Because you see, we're not meant to live for ourselves. Now, when you're smelling, you will actually be the last person to do this. Everybody in the house will do it. And it takes a very good friend that has courage. Walk up to you and tell you, hey, girl, this man. It's a very serious one. Do you understand? Yeah. Understand? So when we take care of ourselves, our confidence level will increase when we're around people. So when you find out that you're around someone with inferiority complex, let me give you a solution. Because see, that person begins to have the right something beautiful, something important about it, something lovely. Because see, when you smell nice, do you know what that does to you? Like, okay, let's just just get a friend, right? Yeah. And guess what happens? That happy hormone because at that particular point, you feel good about yourself. So aside healing sickness, we also have so that we need to stop. And our personal care products. I love the 17 ways. I use them. I use the shampoo, I use the conditioner, I use the mouthwash, I use the hand wash, I use the body wash also. I rotate them. I don't think the couples attention. Body wash. So I try to make up my mind for each one because they're all beautiful. Now, when you use the attention of products, now some people you know when you go to the home, when you have malaria, what do they do? Right? It's now, Lovage is saying, instead of waiting until you have malaria, why not release this malaria preventing substance that can sink into your system bit by bit? Now, I notice a lot of people don't like using that by accident. Yeah, people enjoy that simple one. But funny enough, the products are very cheap and affordable. But just that the pain people want it. But remember, this product was actually created to help so specifically for us to save us from our malaria problems. Okay? Now, when you use the roller, feeding your immune system, your lymph nodes, skin, okay? When you use the mouthwash, you're feeding on them, right? When you use the soap, don't forget your pores. The pores in your skin receive this antigen armor in there, and mosquito bites you. Now, I'm not saying if you already have malaria and you go and start using mouthwash, no. I'm talking about preventing long-term use. Okay. Now, before you have malaria infection, what happens? Anopheles mosquito bite your skin, right? Now we have what we call skin level defense. Okay, and most times the protozoa actually escapes the skin level defense. Especially if the system is down at that particular point. Okay. Now the moment it gets to your bloodstream straight to your liver, it will cover itself up. Okay. Then it will start multiplying. Don't worry. And at that time, it starts with symptoms. Okay. Now, if you use this product, you have the ability of feeding your first line of defense. Okay. So when the anopheles mosquito comes to play, you are sure that your defense, it's just like you getting giving Musa at the gate with the stick. If anybody that is not wanted comes to this cover, hit the person. Now, Musa with a stick and Musa without a stick, who is more effective? Musa with a stick. Okay? So when you use this, it's like giving Musa a stick to hit those things out. So you find out that you will not easily go down. Because when you use on your head, okay? A little bit. And see, I was thinking most ignored organ in the body. It's the most ignored organ. But that's why a lot of people when I see people that are torn, I think, what is wrong with you? People like us that were born fair. What has it given us? Not serious. Mom, it gives money. Really? And my husband is not going up with the same connection. He gives boyfriend. My boyfriend are not heard it now. He demands from his mom. So I get surprised when I see people with ebony black skin. Beautiful skin coming to look for first. See, when we get stressed, that's it's all red. I was being to come outside. I'm not even that fair, but I can even see the then imagine if I'm a scared and the ground. The stress is just spread. What happened? People take chemical-based product, and it's just like living life and stabbing yourself. That's what a lot of some of them carry on. Like, what's wrong with you? It's disgusting. Because see, you went to the market, you used your own money to buy it. You're killing yourself, burning your skin. You know, when you use this product, you are killing. Let's not spend too much time. Let's go back to making. Let's leave that for another day, right? So these products are beautiful. I'm proud to now. I normally have both. People say, oh, it's shaving and all that. I use the shaving creams and all that. There was a time I had like 7. I thought I was going to die. Then I was using, I don't want to call it brand, very popular. It's one for 48 hours. I didn't know what I was doing to myself. Then I was very ignorant. Thank God for long products. Since I got this, I'm having to put on nylon, like what I'm putting on now, and it's very hot. I tend to feel it as if overnight. Now someone will be wondering, toothpaste? Excuse me? Oh God, don't allow me going to toothpaste now. Because you see, I could just get too excited. I love the Nourish toothpaste. That product is like, you know, it's hallelujah. You know, because of heaven, like, it's like a God sent product. Today, earlier on today, I asked about what about toothpaste? The someone said, this my mind. Oh, or be this, they were calling me names of their brands. And I asked, how many things can toothpaste do for you? You don't cross the bracket of 3 things. But you see, we have a toothpaste that has oh, I feel like preaching this sermon right now. Hallelujah. When it comes to this toothpaste, I love it. When you have decay, you can count on our toothpaste. When you have swollen gums, you can count on our toothpaste. When you have pimples on your face, all right? I don't want to take a shock hearing you say that. It's always on my face and that. After having an oil day, please do. You couldn't use it. Yeah. You're tearing up. Oh, if you had given it like 10, 15 minutes with your eyes closed, that if I want to sleep and I want to sleep now, I'll just sleep like this, like when you put your normal eyeshadow. I'm past that level. You know, now I've gone rogue now. There's no turning back now. I just go like, well, sometimes I hold up the paper and I'm like, hey, babe, you look different. I say, yes. I want to do that. Okay. So you see, this is awesome. Awesome. I use it as a face mask. My skin is already used to it. April last year, I think April 4th, I had an outbreak on my face. I woke up to pimples as big as a boil all over my face. During my anniversary, I couldn't even take pictures at close range. I showed the camera is far away so that nobody would see it. It was scary. I couldn't even come out for a while. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do? It was a toothpaste that actually saved me. It saved me. This has saved me several times. Stay in the kitchen when I'm frying and you know how people go taps. Oh my God. But the time I kept this in my mouth in a frying pan of hot oil. This one here. Look at it. I see nothing there, right? My husband was there. My husband said, "Let's take spring rolls." Spring rolls almost keep. You're here now. You know now. You wanted spring rolls. So I went to the kitchen and I made said frying spring rolls. He called my attention. Okay, so I left the kitchen. So I came back. I noticed they were overly brown. They were almost getting to the boiling stage. I was very conscious. Okay, so when I got there, I was like, oh my God, you know. But because the oil was There's just this 5 seconds to make a decision. So it's like Dorcas is either your legs are going or you do something. So I was like, not the legs. I kept this to shift. I just kept it inside and put the fry pan because I've taken some of it, but I'm holding the plate with one hand, the spatula with the other hand. So it was about to go. I couldn't think of what to do to either throw it on. So I threw the spatula when I used my hand inside the pan. It was when my hand was inside the pan. I remember I was frying my hand. You know, when reality dawns on me, like, hey, cross the line. Right up. I said, crying again, come on, help me. When he came, he was like, why? At that point, it was already like this. It was like, fried fish. It was already like, I couldn't close my hands. Like this already. When, there's this booting period where your head doesn't move. Well, okay, I came back to, when I was I ran to my toilet. When I was pressing it, I wasn't normal again. Because see, the pain, so my pain receptors were transmitting pain to my brain. I was crying, I was pouring, I just flashed it because it was so painful. So I just managed to just put it because it covered all these parts. I don't like sitting on the floor, but see that there, like, sometimes when we tell you these testimonies, you don't actually understand what's happening when it happens to you. So at that point, I knew mommy and lucky at the head office to say it used to help. But I've never had any. So I said, no, please. A prayer of because the thought of having that burnt look, like, so to show anybody what happened again. Oh my God. That's how we roll. You know what I'm saying? When we move our hands like this, as if we're debating, the current just keeps coming out. And so we need to raise my hand. Oh my God. It took me 3 days. I came back. My hands properly. But the pain stayed for the full day. And it was the afternoon. So it stayed for the afternoon. The next day, I was thinking, it's like I kept my hand in hot pepper. It was that hot. But something remarkable happened. My hand did not sweat. That's no blisters because I attacked it immediately. If I had stayed for like 5 minutes, but you see, I have another testimony to share. Okay? But it didn't sweat. Nothing, no blisters, nothing happened. I applied the paste for 5 days. There's just this thing in my mind telling me if I stop applying, what if? You understand? So I kept applying for like 5 days. And afterwards, I just noticed that after 2 weeks, I noticed that my hand was clean. And that was I get to see a burnt look at peace. And so I said, my husband is here to testify. I said, he's here. He's my witness. He was there. Spring rolls. He told me to eat this spring rolls. I don't want to eat the spring rolls. I don't want to eat it. No. Spring rolls really cost me. Then, now let's move forward to 2021. Okay? I think 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago. I was just to my sister in law. I was like, oh my God, we're talking. So I went to my pot and lifted up the glass without thinking. The steam from the pot came. When you use a steam iron, the way to just that was how it just this same hand. The devil is a liar. It's not gonna work. Rubbish to face. It must be constant. So it doesn't. It cannot finish now. Before when mine is half, I'm already looking for backup. I've got all the paste in my house. I can't run out of supply. It's not possible. And how? It's not the will of God for it to work. No way. It's not scriptural. I mean, seriously. So when it happened, they're coming down. It took me to dry off. I didn't end up with what happened at the end of the day was that 16 I know the girls are right. See, I'm just enjoying my when it comes to long time, I say, what we talk about? I just want to do that. Okay. So let's go to the next slide before I go on here now. Okay. So the language toothpaste is a very, very beautiful product. It is a must-have in every home. If you have kids, ensure your kids brush with the language toothpaste. The white it does not have fluoride in it, and I think it's good that way. Okay? So you're not worried about giving them pea size. So even if they take it off, you're not worried. And even when they swallow, you're not worried because it's not chemical based. Everything also to take care of them. Just use a long toothpaste. It will do. I say, oh, I have a very big one and I'm good. I extracted a tooth on the right hand side in 2011, and I told myself that experience never repeated. I prayed after it. You know, sometimes there are some things that will happen in your life. You have to pray. Say, Lord, never again will this happen. And God will not about to happen. God deliver. Now it's high because the alkaline water that it produces is just one aspect of what it can provide you with. Okay, so even if you test your water and your water is not blue, that water is still very rich in what? Zinc, magnesium, and some other components, fluoride and the rest of them, as a result of the tourmaline stone contained in the alcohol. Okay, so this cup, I don't joke with it. Every member, if you're my family, you must have a cup. It's on every family in the same house. Three people are in the same house, right? We can't risk it. I can't remember the last time I took tetracycline and flagyl. No, we don't do that anymore. No, we don't do that anymore. All things are passing. All you just need to just shake your cup. When you have stomach upset, take water from your cup. Okay? When you have headaches, take water from your cup. Imagine a cup that can set you free from migraine headaches. That it can even relieve your stress sometimes. It's rich. It has radicals in your body very high. The antioxidants that are contained in the stones, would help. The negative ions also help to balance those unstable radicals. Okay, when you take water from the cup, utilizing the language promo video a lot because it has the animation that shows you how the water will flow through your capillaries and begin to pull out the fatty. You can do it at home, very simple. Take water in your alkaline cup, take oil, pour it in the cup, then add your water from your cup. You find out that it will dissolve your oil. Now, if it can dissolve oil, it should be able to dissolve the one in your body system. So people with cholesterol issues can actually get better when they use water from the cup. People with excess sugar in their blood, you can use the cup. The cup can detox your system. Now, the stones contained also have microbial action. So if you have a particular microorganism, playing in your system, you can actually take care of sepsis too with constant, water from the cup. And that's why people that complain of typhoid, and they're spending money anyhow. And you can just take the water from the cup and clear it out. And the case with typhoid is this. You can't clear out salmonella typhi totally from your system. Please, is there any medical person here? In case I'm going out of town, please call me to order. Because nobody, you're told that you can only do 99.9, That 0.00 stuff left now. Do you know that if you allow that microorganisms stay and feed well, they will multiply into their thousands in a short period of time? And that's why I find out a lot of people have relapse. Because it's not like they went back to taking water that had been contaminated. It's just that the microbial load within had increased. Now, in a case where you don't even complete your dose, what happens? Drug resistance will take place. You find out that that microorganism becomes resistant to that medication. So you find yourself changing medication. They say, you also hear the doctor say, we gave her so and so, and it did not work. So we are going to up our game and try again. And that's when you ask you for your stool for culturing, so that they can find the antibiotics that can take it out. Okay? So you will not need that if you have water from your cup. Because when you take water from your cup, you're constantly detoxing your system. Now, we have different school of thought saying that alkaline water is overhyped. Now, Longbridge alkaline and pie cup is not the same with other kinds of alkaline cups. Other brands will just give you alkaline water, but the Longbridge cup will give you more because of the type of stones contained. We're talking about stones like tourmaline stone. Sure, even if I don't tell you about any other stone, tourmaline stone alone.
It's a cause on its own.
Tourmaline stone alone has the capacity to keep you healthy. If those people that are familiar with China, you find out that there are a lot of people that buy stones and they keep them in their houses. They'll tell you to wait away negative energy, wait away, tells to balance your yin and your yang, and all that. So imagine you taking water that's come in contact with something like that. I mean, you have to be healthy. Now, cancer does not thrive in an alkaline environment. You put cancer on pause. It's so painful that most of the people that have come in contact with had, especially ladies that, I want to say this to every lady in the house. Please, always examine your breasts, okay? It's very important. The rate at which breast cancer is killing women in Nigeria, it's alarming. It's alarming. And I'm not talking about, then cancer used to be a thing of, as I said, a thing of the rich or old people. Now, poor people that have not eaten three times in a day, they're having cancer. And do you know the painful thing? When they have cancer, they joke with it as if it's a normal thing. I could remember 2 years ago, I spoke with a lady that had, I went to a friend said, please talk to this lady, she has cancer. So when I got there, she had already done the surgery. They are taking out the tumors already. Okay, but when I got into the place, I noticed that the place was smelling. She said, oh, I normally go to dress every 3 days, but you're smelling. The entire place was smelling. So I was like, this is not right. She said, I'm undergoing chemotherapy. Now, I'm not saying chemotherapy is bad, but I'm saying if you've gotten to that stage, go all out to ensure that your effort is not in vain. Go all out. Because you see, chemotherapy is not just the end, because it's a 50-50 chance. It's not even up to 50. Let's not give it 50 because it's not up to 50. Because the chemicals that are coming into your body, they have this 60% detrimental to 40% cure rates. Now she told me, my doctor said the chemotherapy is, I said, no problem. I said, but there's one thing I can do for you. Because you see, I felt for her. Do you know how it's painful to see another human being smell? I had to practice, so I have to pour saliva because I wasn't expecting it. If I prepared my mind, maybe I would have been able to hold myself. So I took out her panty liners and I dressed her breasts for her. She was actually shocked that I could do something as personal as that for her. When I was done in 15 minutes, the smell in the entire room cleared out. Now this story I'm giving you, we put it to work sometime 2 months ago, and we got the same result. But this time, this other person, she had the opportunity of getting the alkaline cup. Now, before her breast ruptured, I told her, I said, Mom, you're already in stage 4. You need to, even if we're going to give you supplements, now this is like emergency situation. We're supposed to at least pack all the supplements we can get and overdose your system for you to survive. Because when I saw the breast, it was already, I told them, this is going to burst. It's going to explode. They thought I was joking. 1 week later, the breast actually ruptured and the smell started. And some of my colleagues went there to dress it and all that. But one thing we noticed was that when she started taking water from the alkaline cup, that increase stopped. And the lady began to feel peace. The moment we dressed her breast with the panty liners, because we use the toothpaste to clean up, we don't use spirits anymore, please. We don't. We use our toothpaste, please. Okay, so when we're done with the toothpaste to clean up, we kept the liners. 15 minutes later, the lady in the house started shouting, oh my God, the place is almost smelling. I said, ask everybody, is this still smelling? Said, no, it's not smelling. The lady felt peace. She couldn't sleep because she was feeling pain. Do you know, after like 20 minutes, the lady just laid back and she went to sleep. All of a sudden, she said, I want to have my bath. It was like life came back. So you see, when we talk about our products, we're not talking about these products because we want money or people. We're talking about because it saves lives. It gives people the reason to smile. So if you notice anything in your breast, please, your panty liner straight up. See, pack it there. Thank God it's not cheap. I mean, it's all cheap. 2,000 naira for 30 pieces. Pack, if you can pack like 10, until you don't see that thing there anymore. Because you see, ignorance is killing a lot of people. Imagine if that lady had seen it when it was just a lump. It won't have escalated to that particular point. Okay? So when you take water from the alkaline cup, you prevent cancer anytime. Ovarian, cervical, breast, prostate, whatever you call it. You put it on pause mode because cancer cells cannot thrive when the environment is alkaline. And it also helps to, it also supports your liver. Don't forget your liver is where we do the detoxing, right? Right. For those people that take alcohol, for those people that go high on drugs, there's something I saw recently. I saw people taking, what do they call it? Shisha. That thing you harm. You know, see, I felt terrified when I saw young people do this thing open, in the open, oh, that you're looking at you straight in the eyes. You're like, oh, we're living the life. Do you know what you're doing to yourself? You're giving your body system a lot of work. Before you know, you just come down with liver and kidney problems. And they're just saying it's the village people. Please, it's high time we stop bothering village people. No, I'm serious. You stop accusing them. That's false accusation, please. You're busy. What type of high life is that? Because you see, your body needs to excrete that thing you're loading up there. Yes. And you're punishing your organs. Oh my God, Dorcas. If only they will listen, right? If only they will listen. So you can see why I take it as a duty to talk about wellness. It's a lifestyle. Our hospital system, our medical system here in Nigeria is channeled for emergency situations. When you go to the hospital, if you have fibroids, if it is still 2 centimeters, 2 millimeters, they'll tell you, no problem, just manage it. We'll give you pills and you'll be fine, right? When we cut 6 mm, they say, yes, it's time to go. Let's go cut it off. Let's go cut it off. Then you'll give you your bill. And you pay. You have no choice but to pay. Then at the end of the day, when you start having scarred tissues and you're not able to conceive, trouble in form 6. No, it's true. So when you're talking about non-rich products, talk about it with passion, please. Because you see, we're in the business of saving lives. We're in the business of helping people not kill themselves. We're in the business of giving people sense. Because today we came for wisdom today. We came to, get sense. You say, all that getting, someone translated it from English. Say, get what? Sense. So today we came to get some. And I hope we're getting some sense, please. Yeah. Good. Now we have the lovely green tea. Okay, this tea is very beautiful. I take it. And I'm beginning to create a culture where I have it every day. When you go to a normal Korean home or a Chinese home, they'll offer you tea. Okay? When you come to a Nigerian home, we offer you Pepsi, Coke, and Coke. That's what we do. Wow! Yay! Is that not awesome? Sugar. Exactly. We won't even ask if you're diabetic or anything. We have Coke in the fridge, please. And the person will say, please give me a bag. The sun has been very hot.
Juice.
He's like,
Juice.
oh my God. Please, when your visitors come, tell them, please, I have green tea. Okay? It's very nutritious. It's very good for your body. It will detox your system. It will prevent urinary tract infections. Yes. It will take care of hemorrhoids. Yeah. Most of us say, instead of taking a good JD, please take green tea. I don't like anything bitter. Nah. So, but you see, Longridge thought about me when we were making green tea. He said, no, Dorcas does not like anything bitter. Please give us something that's tasteless. You see, so we take green tea, we take it with prestige. And I'm also getting the courage. Please, you have green tea. It's very nice. This can be urinary tract infections. He's like, Dorcas, what's your problem? This your Longridge has entered it. I say, yes. It's giving me money, please. Drink green tea. And if you start taking green tea, you will start buying it. Okay, so green tea also takes care of depression. Okay, so when you feel down, probably you've had a long day, or you just don't understand your emotions, take green tea. It has this calming effect. Okay, it also prevents inflammation. Okay, so if you notice that your stomach is troubled, you're bloated, and it's very uncomfortable, you take your green tea. Green tea will help your stomach, stabilize. It helps to take care of your colon. Now, the vitamin drink is one product I love. Everybody say fire, fire.
Fire, fire,
Fire, fire. If you look at the picture here, you can see the action going on there. Energy, raw and uncut.
In the other room.
Everywhere. In the boardroom, in the other room, everywhere.
Lord help us.
God help us. 72 hours. You know what I mean. Okay. So this drink is an energy drink. So you don't need to go take the fire type. You can take this one. It won't fire you too much. It will give you all the nutrients you require, okay? It will improve your immune system. It has cordyceps militaris within. It also has black ginger within it, okay? And this can help to detox your system. It can also help to nourish your body. It will help to increase your energy level. Okay, so if you get tired, if you're a 1 minute man and you want to go 2 minutes and more.
All night long.
Oh, no, oh my God, you're feeling me. I like it. Yeah, you do the vitamin drink, okay? So we have calcium. Our calcium is different from every other type of calcium. It's milky. So when you're taking our calcium, it's like you're taking milk capsules, okay? Very lovely, very, very lovely. It contains magnesium, zinc, and iron. It helps to build strong bones and teeth. It also helps to build the sex organs, okay? Now, there's something peculiar about our calcium. Our calcium has milk, okay? And milk is a source of vitamin D, okay? And you know that vitamin D is required for calcium to be absorbed by the body, okay? So if you take the other normal ones, you will need vitamin D somehow for that calcium to be utilized in your body. But Longridge has given you the total package. So when you take it, you know that it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And that's why people that get tired after standing for short periods of time, or people that use a lot of that wear heels, and you find out that your ankle is always paining you, so that take our calcium. And when you're done menstruating for women, take our calcium, okay? It will help to increase your blood supply and all that. Then our cordyceps militaris, it's a natural antibiotic, okay? Well, you see, it's not just an antibiotic now. It is antiviral. It has antifungal actions. Because you see, a lot of people are like, it's an antibiotic. No, it's supposed to be for bacterial infections alone now. Okay? It cuts across viruses, cuts across fungal infections and all that. And that's why somebody with coronavirus can actually take this and get better. Okay? So we also use this to take care of tumors, cancer issues. We use this if you want to prevent pathogenic spread, okay? in cases of infections, you can use this. Then cordyceps also helps to energize. For people that get tired after a little work, you just come, I'm just so tired, I don't understand, I'm weak. Give them cordyceps militaris. It helps to energize the body. It also helps to nourish the organs like the lungs, the kidney, liver, and the rest of them. It helps to regulate blood pressure and blood sugar levels. Now, we also have cordyceps militaris and ginger now, but this is strictly for men. Okay? The previous one, men and women can take that, but this is especially for men. Okay? This is for men. And please read, this aspect. You can say effective for up to what? 72 hours. It is not working. It works sometimes. When you get the ginger, you understand what I mean. Praise the Lord. Yeah. So for those people that the 1 minute men out there, tell them more. Solution has come. Okay. It also helps to take out bad cholesterol. It helps to take increase oxygen intake. Takes care of the male sex organ. It takes care of the male sex organ. So for men that don't like taking care of themselves, that is for you. Ensure you utilize it at least twice in a year. I'm not saying do it every time, but for maintenance, so that nothing goes wrong. Yes, madam must not complain. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Then berry oil. I love to talk about berry oil. I call it the damage control officer. Okay?
And I call it the sunshine.
You call it the sunshine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So whatever organs you have, okay, whatever your organs are, berry oil has your back. Can take care of your liver, your kidney, your eyes. And that's why you find out that people that use glasses, after taking berry oil, you start seeing clearly. Okay? Berry oil is a specialist when it comes to taking care of ulcers. Be it mouth ulcers, skin ulcers, stomach ulcers. It just has a way of healing. As in the healing effect of berry oil cannot be overemphasized. It's just excellent at doing that. So people that have ulcers, when they take water from the cup and they use berry oil, they feel better. Okay? Now, we don't have restrictions when it comes to this product. Children can take it, pregnant women can take it, because there are no side effects. It's natural. Okay? It's natural. And if they tell you how they get this sea bottom, you'll be amazed. You understand? And one thing I must give Longreach is the madam at the back. I saw a video of you in the Longreach factory where they grow the cottons that they use for our sanitary. Now, yeah, so you can tell us from experience that Longreach is big time into giving us clean products. For Longreach to be able to cultivate cordyceps militaris, cordyceps is not something that you can easily cultivate. Mm-hmm. You understand? And that's because they pay attention to details and everything. So they tell you that berry oil can be taken by anybody, you should be confident about that, okay? Now, our Nutriv Blue contains all the nutritional requirements you need for a balanced diet, okay? So if you're looking for balanced diet, you take our Nutriv Blue. We use it for people that have ulcer, people that are just, coming out from surgery or from one challenge that has lingered for a long time, people that are malnourished and you want them to gain their weight back, you can give them this. It's very good for the body. It's very rich in antioxidants, and you can take it as a meal, okay? And for those people that need to lose weight, we don't give them this one, please. We give them the pink version of it, okay? If you want to lose weight, you use the pink version, because when you take it, it helps increase your metabolism, and while you're dropping, okay, you will be dropping without feeling it. When you do all this keto dieting and all that, when you're losing weight, you're feeling like the world is coming to an end, right? But this one will take care of everything. You find out that you're losing weight without feeling stressed, because you don't even feel hungry, because you feel full of the content. And now we have the new product, the protein shake. Yeah. Okay, I'm still working on it. I'm still studying about it, and I think I'm going to start talking about it soon. Okay, so with our protein shake and this one, what are you looking for again? Better life. Better life. So, what am I saying at the end of the day? Switch your brand. Okay, if you listen to me for the first time, I talked about a lot of beautiful products. Switch your brand. It's important because you see, health is not cheap. Health is not cheap. Okay? It's something people pay millions of dollars for. Those people that travel outside the country, so why won't our politicians steal money? They are all sick now. They need money for constant maintenance outside the country. You understand? So they must steal because they know they won't survive without stealing.
Yes.
You get it? Yeah, they have to. No better, no good hospitals, nothing. So they have to travel. And when they travel, they'll collect the money from them outside. So switch your brand. The healthcare system is an expensive place to get into right now. So live a better life and a better future from where you are with organic products produced by Longbridge Bioscience. Tell other people about Longbridge. Don't keep quiet. Okay? Because you see, when you share your testimony, you could just save somebody passing through a lot. Okay? So at this point in time, I want to thank everyone for giving me the attention. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for your time. I know I took my time to do a lot of talking. I love talking, you know, especially when it has to do with people. Yes. So thank you so much for your time. It's an honor.